Welcome to another The Builders Extra. In this episode, we're going to circle back to episode 75 and dig into something a little further. In this one, we are actually going to talk a little bit about her inspirations for the ideas she had. Now, Inbal, this is Inbal Claudio, who we're talking about here, who is our guest. She is a tech entrepreneur. She's building stuff. But there was a couple leading up to that. We talked about her story and stuff. And one of the things she mentioned was she had this idea for a chair, or like, you know, the chairs you lay down on a beach, a folding chair, whatever you call those things. Can't think. I'm a little under the weather, so maybe my brain's not functioning well today. I've had a cold for days. But anyway, but she had created this thing where there would be a hole in it, so somebody that's pregnant could lay down on it, on their stomach, and there's a hole in the chair. And I thought, that's a great idea. But she thought it was a great idea because she had that same problem, because she's like, every pregnant woman wants to do this. Because I guess it's a relief, and I wouldn't know. So she had that, but then her tech idea, what she built, the app she built, the community she built, and all this stemmed from an issue she had trying to break into the influencer world. Try to work with influencers, and the cost of that and the requirements around that. She realized there was a whole segment of smaller businesses and smaller influencers, whatever we're talking about in that episode. Go listen to that episode. But there was a whole segment of the market not being served. And so she wanted to solve that problem. That's exactly what her business is doing right now, and providing all kinds of resources and a platform and all this stuff to help them to fill that gap. And I think the insight there is she is seeing real world problems through the activity she's doing, through the things she's experiencing in life. And it can be in your personal life. It can be in building your business, and you're having a challenge with something, and you are challenged to overcome that. Or it's just like, what's going on here? And you realize, I can't be alone. That's the other thing, right? There's lots of pregnant women that probably have this same issue. There's lots of people trying to build a business that are having trouble actually making deals with influencers because they fall short in some way, or they're in this gap where they don't have enough to bring to the table to build those relationships. So she's building that. But those are through the activities and things she's doing, through taking action and identifying those things. And you have to have an open mind to that. I think you have to kind of go through life and with that mindset, sit down with those, like, this is a problem I'm having. How could I create a solution for that? Ask yourself that a lot. I kind of can, over the years, the decades I've been doing businesses and stuff, I think about things we've solved for the same type of stuff. And just to give you a really, nerdy example. Because I'm a nerd, and I've been doing techie, nerdy marketing stuff for many decades. Back in the 2000s, I was doing a lot of pay-per-click advertising and affiliate marketing. I was actually both together, affiliate marketing with pay-per-click advertising, SEO and stuff too. But we were doing a lot of Google AdWords, and one of the things that we could do in those early days, or that helped in those early days, was creating a lot of keyword variations, and meaning creating misspelled keywords, different combinations of keywords. Google wasn't as smart back in those days, so you could pick up a lot of really cheap traffic and stuff on just misspellings and different things like that. Well, not to bore you to death with this, but what we ended up doing, and I partnered with some of my members. I had actually thousands of people that purchased my products and memberships and stuff, and they had hundreds of members at a time. But through that, I built these relationships with people that could build software, that could create apps, and solutions. And so I'd partner with them and we'd come up with tools. One of those tools, I think, was called the Keyword Transformer. And what we did is the software guy, the guy that actually coded it and built it, he built it so you could just have this interface to plug in some, seed keywords or whatever. I don't remember exactly how it worked, and then you just click a button, it would spit out hundreds or thousands of variations. And then you take that and you put that in Google AdWords and pick up all this cheap traffic. It was brilliant. We were able to actually turn that into a little product, created this little sales page for it. And I think it was his product. So I think I just sold it as an affiliate, and we made thousands on that, just selling it to our list and to the world. And he probably sold it elsewhere as well. I don't know. Anyway, that's not the point. The point is we identified a pain point for us. Like, how do we create all these variations, because this is what we were doing. It's like, oh, here's a problem. Here's a solution. We did that multiple times. I actually had a couple developers that I worked with back in the day to create really cool tools like that to help us scale what we were doing. And it was a lot of fun. Good times, good memories. Anyway, but yeah, so Inbal, same thing. She's got that same kind of mindset where, oh, there's an issue. And as she's building her business, she may, like I did, identify more and more things through her interactions and building her business, where she can provide an additional solution to that. And sometimes it just takes one of those things, as you're building it, to like take you in a completely different direction, or realize, oh, this is a moneymaker. This is something that's going to help a lot of people. That's what you hope to do. The goal is to help a lot of people and then get rewarded for it by the good feelings it gives you, but also some money in your bank account too. I'm going to go now. As I said, I've been a little under the weather the last few days, and my throat is starting to tell me, okay, take it a little easy, Matt. Ease back into it, okay? Have a good one.